All right, we're going to go on the record on NIMAC number 76270. State of Texas versus Christopher Gill. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Guillermo Lara from Mr. Gill, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Gill? All right. The defendant is charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. And the court has received an updated letter from pretrial services. Have both parties had a chance to review the document?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I have a few questions as it relates to this updated letter for your client. Any objections to the court asking him questions?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Gill, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You need to speak up. All right, you can lower your hand. All right. This letter states that you're not driving. Is that correct? All right, you're whispering.
Yes. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Are there any other vehicles at your home?
Just my mother, but it's under her name and everything, so.
All right. Here's the thing. That vehicle is going to have ignition interlock on it. If you have a vehicle at your home, the vehicle must have ignition interlock, because at the end of the day, your mom could let you drive. Sometimes when children ask for things, mothers are accommodating. So that vehicle has to have ignition interlock on it. Now, if that vehicle is not parked at your home, then it's not parked at your home and ignition interlock will not be needed. But as long as there's a vehicle in your driveway or at your home, it needs ignition interlock. State any objection to that?
No, Your Honor. Going towards the removal of, I guess, removing the bond condition of ignition interlock for his vehicle, I would recommend Graham.
And Judge, we would ask for the Smart Start Mobile. At this point, he hasn't shown any reason why he would need a scram at this point. If there are any violations whatsoever on the Smart Start Mobile, then we would understand why the court would want that issue. But at this point, we're asking for him to have the Smart Start Mobile, Judge.
Why?
Basically, he works. I mean, he's looking for a job. He doesn't work right now. He is looking for employment right now, and I think that's going to be more of a restriction for him as opposed to, again, being able to have more flexibility. And in terms of also monetary, I believe this scram is approximately what, $200 or $300 a month, and that's also going to limit him with respect to what he can do in terms of finances.
All right, state.
Again, Judge, as the state would just recommend the scram device just because it's one that goes with them everywhere. That would ensure just with community safety, but ultimately, of course, we'll defer to the court.
All right. So here's the thing. What I'm going to order is he has to have ignition interlock on his mother's vehicle. And then I am going to order scram. And I'll ask that the fees be waived. I can tell you, they're going to tell me it's a third-party contract. They're not going to waive fees.
Judge, if I may, in terms of the ignition interlock, would it be necessary to have the ignition interlock on the mother's vehicle if he already has the scram then? It wouldn't be.
Yes.
I mean, it would.
The reason why is because if he has scram, that doesn't stop him from driving. That just tells us, hey, he drank.
Understood, Judge. I just feel there's at least restrictive means if he has ignition unlock on the mother's vehicle and Smart Start Mobile, and just my position from financing as well.
All right, this is what the court is going to order. I'm going to order ignition interlock on all vehicles at the home. I'm going to order 120 sober support meetings in 120 days. And I'll order weekly testing for alcohol for 120 days. Is there anything else?
Yes, Judge. Would the court revisit the issue of the scram if he's successful on the 120 days?
Well, I didn't order scram.
Oh, sorry?
I'm ordering ignition interlock.
Okay, not scram.
No, not scram.
Understood.
I'm ordering ignition interlock to be on that vehicle. And you have 2 weeks to obtain the ignition interlock on the vehicle. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to do that financially?
I could work something out for sure.
All right. So we're going to do weekly testing for alcohol for 120 days. The ignition interlock needs to be on all vehicles at your location. And that needs to be done within 2 weeks. And I'm giving you 2 weeks because of the financial issue, the fact that you're unemployed. And I'm hoping that the weekly testing for alcohol will take care of any concerns. And so there's to be no driving for the 2 weeks, of course. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you need to have ignition interlock. But no later than June 17th. All right. Any questions about anything that I'm ordering?
No, ma'am.
All right. And if something were to happen to your mom's vehicle and it's no longer there, then you have to come back and I'll put you on a different monitoring device. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. All right. The court is calling 2024 CR 4664 State of Texas versus Robert Artegon. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Alec Jackson,
Defense?
Megan Enriquez, present for John Kuntz for Robert Ortegon.
All right. Are you Mr. Artegon?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name, please.
Robert Ortegon.
All right, so it's the court's understanding that previously a bond was set. Is that correct?
Yes, and it's already been reduced once.
All right, and so the bond was reduced to $50,000. Is that correct?
Correct, from 75 to 50.
All right. All right, State, have you had a chance to review the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
I mean, just to the lowering, but I mean, just due to the nature of it, but other than that, we'll let them proceed and they do have a witness.
All right, you can call your witness.
Yes, Your Honor. We call Gabriela Ortegon.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Gabriela Ortegon.
All right, Mr. Ortegon, do you have any objections to this witness appearing by Zoom?
No.
State any objections?
No, Your Honor.
And defense, it's your witness, so I'm assuming you have no objection.
No objection.
All right, you may proceed.
Gabriela,
That's okay, I think she's still there.
can you hear me, Gabriela?
Okay. There. Yes, sorry.
What is your relation to Robert Ortegon?
Oldest daughter.
Okay. And he was arrested on April 11th, 2024?
That is correct.
Okay, so he's been in Bexar County Jail nearly 2 months, just short of 2
Correct.
months. And the complaining witness in this case is actually your daughter, correct?
That is correct. My oldest.
And it's from an allegation from 2 years ago?
Yes. September
Yes.
16th.
Despite your daughter being the complaining witness in this case, you are the one that is still making the efforts to try to get your dad out on bond, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So let's tell the court about the efforts that you have made in attempting to get him out. And obviously, at the current amount, you still cannot get him out. How many bond companies have you called?
Yes, I've called a handful, maybe about 6 to 8. I tried the first time when the bond was set at the 75, and then when it got reduced again, I tried again. The amount is too high to take care of on my own.
And when you call these bond companies, do you discuss payment plans with them?
Yes, and also I know the co-signers as well, but that's been also difficult to kind of get also with coming up with the full amount that they're requiring.
And you have a sister, but she's in the Navy and she's currently on a ship in Japan, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So she can't contribute or help in any way financially at this time.
Right, and it's hard, very, very hard to get a hold of her.
At the time your dad was arrested, he was living in a senior living apartment complex near Woodlawn Lake, correct?
That is correct.
And since he's been incarcerated, his lease lapsed Is that correct? And he lost his apartment.
Yes.
Did you and your husband have to go gather his belongings and move everything out and all that, arrange that?
Yes, and I was actually just myself, just because it's just me and my girls. So that was also difficult to kind of take care of on my own, to move out all his stuff and take care of that on that end.
And if your dad were released, where would he go live since he lost his apartment?
Yes, he has his brother that lives by himself. He has a 2-bedroom home that he's willing to let him stay there with him, and it's just him.
Okay, so just to be clear, to make it clear to the court, he's not going to go live with you and your daughters, correct?
No.
Okay, and you know that there would be if you were released, there's a no contact order in place with your daughter, the one involved in this case.
Oh.
You know, right?
Correct.
And you know that you do think he'll abide by that no contact order?
Yes.
And there are no children in your uncle's household, correct?
No, correct. It's just him and my little dog that he's actually taking care of.
Your dog. Dog, you said? Okay. And so one other big point that I want to make to the court is your dad's age and some of his health conditions. How old is your dad?
My dad, he is 76. He does have a pacemaker, a lot of heart condition, and right before he was arrested, he had a major knee surgery. And he actually did go back.
Sorry, just 1 second.
Hold on.
She said major knee surgery.
Okay, and
Yes.
so after his knee replacement, which was about a month before he was arrested, he had some scheduled follow-up appointments that he hasn't been able to go to, correct?
Correct, because he still has a screw in his knee that, or something that was left there that wasn't done properly that he needed to go take care of. But then that's when the arrest happened on the 11th.
And since he's been in custody, do you know that he was treated for a bladder infection as well?
Yes.
And he's in a wheelchair, obviously.
Yes, and he does have COPD too, and just a lot of like breathing and just heart problems, and his health isn't at all good.
Is there anything else, Gabriella, that you would like Judge Boyd to consider before she makes her decision whether or not to reduce the bond any further?
Yes, actually Tuesday, my car was totaled. We were in an accident, me and my 2 girls. So I haven't worked since Tuesday actually, and I'm at home currently. So that's another thing that I kind of have to, take on my shoulders to, transportation of work, and then my time off of work, and my daughters too. And I was injured, and so was my 10-year-old.
Yes, and sorry, I forgot to mention your car accident. So in addition to sort of your own family situation, things you have going on in your life, and financial responsibilities with your children, how much money do you have raised and set aside currently for your dad's bond?
So far I have 1,000 to be able to, I guess I pay his bond.
And your dad doesn't have like money in a savings account or in a bank account that you can access or anything like that, right?
No, he's always been on his Social Security check once a month, and that would take care of like the majority of his bills. So that's another thing too. I have to, keep track with that and make sure that that's taken care of.
Okay.
Like on top of mine.
The state might have,
Yes.
The prosecutor may have some questions for you, and the judge may as well.
Okay.
Just one,
Okay.
really. You said that he would be living with his brother. Has his brother or anybody else been reached out to see if they can help contribute to bond?
Yes, it's his brother, though he's also in the same situation. He's single by himself on his Social Security check. So very difficult for him to contribute and help. Actually, like I had to take couple of like pieces of food for him also. That way he's okay himself. So he's barely able to, he can just take care of himself. And but as far as like where he would stay, like my dad would be able to stay with him because he's by himself.
And there's no other family members you can ask to see if they can contribute?
I've tried, but everyone, it's like they're barely able to.
No further questions.
Okay.
All right.
No
Any other
further
witnesses? All right, court will hear argument.
Judge, as is listed in our motion and the testimony that you've heard from Gabriella, we'd respectfully ask the court to reduce it further. We're asking that it be reduced from 50 to 25,000 due to his health, his age, his health condition, the fact that he needs to go to his follow-up appointments and things like that, that he would be living in a house with no children or anything like that. We'd respectfully ask the court to reduce it further.
State.
We've already agreed, Your Honor, to reduce it the first time. We had already reduced it by $25,000, which we feel was appropriate. So due to the nature of the allegations, we would just argue against lowering it any further.
All right, and what is his criminal history?
I think it's a minor besides this.
And very old.
All right, and when we say minor and very old, what is it? Mr. Archigon,
Yes,
have you ever been arrested before?
no,
No.
I think it's a
You
lot
have
of
been in
class.
the 80s, but
oh, that was way back.
No, I want you to listen to my questions.
Okay,
My question is, have you ever been arrested
yes,
before?
yes, yes,
For what?
it was so long ago.
Let me pull it up, Judge. I'm pulling it up.
I might have been for ticket violations or something like
I'm
that,
sorry, what?
or tickets.
It looks like, back in 1980, there was unauthorized use of a vehicle, then a bunch of traffic tickets, and a misdemeanor assault, an unlawful carrying of a weapon on a licensed premises, and then some, a DWI, and then some other alcohol related ones. And these were all before 1990.
Okay,
You want to match me? Okay,
all right. Any other argument?
my only other argument would be just be following up that even since it's been, although it has been reduced and we were grateful for that, they still obviously haven't been able to make it at the reduced amount. That's why we followed a subsequent motion.
All right, well, as both parties are aware that when people are arrested and they have charges, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. The court's job in setting bond is to make sure that the community is protected and also make sure that it is a bond that will ensure a defendant's appearance. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to grant your motion. The court will set the bond at $30,000. There's to be partial GPS for medical appointments only. I'll ask that the GPS fees be waived. There's to be no contact with the complainant, and he's not allowed to reside in any residence that has minors. All right.
Thank you.
And then we'll be back on July 9th.